Hey, soulmates. Welcome to another edition of Fox Soul Screening Room. I'm your girl, Vivica A. Fox, and darlings, you are in for a real treat tonight. For those of you that are tuning in for the first time, Fox Soul Screening Room is the best place to be if you want to support independent filmmakers who are blazing their own trails in the industry. Not only will we feature their amazing works of art, but after each short film, you'll get to hear from the voice behind the lens and learn about their journey and their creative process. And we're going to mix it up for y'all tonight, too. 1 minute, you'll get to watch a thriller. And then, before you know it, a sci-fi with some Marvel Ryan Coogler level CGI, which is exactly what we have in our lineup tonight. With that being said, let's dive into our first film. If you enjoy being on the edge of your seats, clutching your pearls, and holding your breath to the very end, then this one is for you. Plus, it might deliver an unexpected message. So let's tune in together, soulmates. This is Run.
Hey, baby. Nope. Had to come home for a sec. The air conditioner at work is freezing, and I forgot to bring a sweater. Okay.
Jason, are you alone?
What? Who is this?
Are you by yourself?
David?
Don't hang up.
Man, why are you talking like that?
I need your help.
Bro, I'm not about to help you if you keep talking like that.
Okay, I'm in Phoenix.
What? Why are you home, man? I thought you were supposed to be at school.
Is anyone on the phone?
Huh?
I'm serious.
Nah, man, my parents are at work. It's just me.
Oh, man, shit is all fucked up, man. I'm on the run.
Which has been rocked this morning by a string of violent murders. 6 students were killed. Detectives have said they do not have a motive for the homicide, and the killer, described as an African-American male wearing a blue flag, is still at large. Will you run, will you run, will you run, will you run, run, run?
Hello, David. Hello? You know why I'm here, don't you? No? Have a seat. Oh, my bad. You don't mind if I use your towel, do you? You want one? Are you gonna make this hard?
Look, I don't know what...
You know. You know. See, each of you on that list was taking money from my pocket. Pickpocket. You know, back in the day, one or two of you would sell a little dope and I would just let that shit go. But now it's getting out of hand.
I don't even sell drugs.
What's all this?
That's not mine. I swear.
Liar. If that's not yours, then why are you on the list?
Look, I think you have the wrong person, okay? So if you could please just let me go. Please.
No.
Why?
The people already know.
Who? What people are you talking?
Who? The people you're selling to. See, they see your whack ass do it, they think they could do it too. Next thing you know, Cola gotta kill 17 snobby little motherfuckers instead of 7. Hey, think of it like this. Sacrifice for the greater good. You're a hero.
I don't want to be a hero.
Yeah. Most of them don't. But you were given a crown. You gotta wear it.
What if I give you money?
Money?
I have cash.
You actually think this is about money? The people need to see you punished.
You don't believe me?
I want to, but it's just...
I'm not crazy. Fuck, you feel me?
Hello?
Oh, shit. Mom? Mom? David? David? Mom, what? They're trying to kill me. Oh, no. They're trying to kill me, Mom. What? Baby.
Oh, baby. It's okay. It's okay. You're okay, baby. God.
Here to discuss Run is the writer and director from the film, Brandon Broussard. Hello there, Brandon.
How you doing?
I'm awesome sauce. Welcome to Fox Soul Screening Room.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. It's an
You're
honor. It's
welcome.
awesome.
How you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. I was telling the producers I actually was a PA for you on a movie called Beauty Shop or The Salon back in Baltimore.
No way.
Yeah, so it was a full circle moment. I used to highlight your sides every day. So
and look, Brandon, here we are together.
here we are. Here we are.
I
It's
love
awesome.
it. I love it. So listen, I could tell from watching Run that there was it was a very personal touch that you gave to this film. Give us
Absolutely.
the backstory on that.
So I'm originally from Houston, Texas, and I went to Howard University where I went to film school and stuff. But my sophomore year, while I was at Howard, I got a call from my best friend back in Houston, who was now going to Morehouse College. And just a little background on my friend, Daryl Collins. He had become governor. You've seen that documentary called Boys State. He had actually won that Boys State thing in Texas. He was governor of that. He would become president of Boys Nation and met Bill Clinton back in the day. He was like a future Obama. Well, my sophomore year in college, he actually called me from his parents' closet and told me that he was on the run. And he went on and told me the story of Run, which was that there was somebody that was executing students at Morehouse and that there was a list and that he was on that list, and not to tell his parents that he was worried about it and that he had left Morehouse on a bus and was hiding out in his parents' closet and they didn't know. And I wasn't familiar with anybody that was mentally ill, being like a young Black teen. Like it just wasn't something that we talked about, in our community.
Yes, we don't.
It ended up that he was bipolar. And a couple months after that, he ended up taking his life. So he called me actually at the end of my freshman year, and he took his life at the beginning of my sophomore year in college. And so this story, yeah, as you said, it's very personal. It's always stayed with me. In a way, like part of my therapy really was that I wrote about it. And while I was in college at Howard, I had written a poem about him. And one of my professors pulled me up and was like, "Oh, you can write." And that's what got me into writing, which eventually got me into filmmaking. And so this is a story that I've always wanted to tell, so.
Wow. I just want to say, like, to all of our soulmates that are out there watching right now, that, a film like this is so important to our community because we have the toughest time talking about mental illness. And, this is why this movie is so important for you guys to check out. I commend you for making this movie because, if you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. So thank you for making the film. Now, the ending, that ending was something else. Now, that blew me away. I didn't see that coming at all. Why did you choose that type of ending?
Well, the other thing I wanted to do, because I think you've seen movies maybe about people with mental illness and stuff, but a lot of times we don't want to watch those movies. And I thought the story was so interesting that he actually told me from the closet that I thought, why not actually tell the story from his perspective, for one? And so that's why when you're watching the movie, you believe that this stuff is really happening the same way that he believed that these things were really happening, right? And then the ending, I thought that Cola, there's a feature version of it as well, but I thought that Cola was kind of a metaphor for his mental illness. And so at the very end, when you see that Cola is sitting there, the metaphor is that this mental illness has not gone away. Yeah. Like this is this monster that is not going anywhere and that is with him and that has to be dealt with. And while his mom may think that everything's okay, it's absolutely not okay,
Yeah. And also what I loved about the film is that it went from like a scary ass thriller to all of a sudden shedding light on mental health in our Black community. As I had said, it's just something that we don't like to talk about. What is the personal message that you want the viewers to take away from Run?
I always thought that his death in some ways was preventable. And maybe it wasn't. Maybe that's just the wishful kid, that I was back then. But I thought had the community around him talked about mental illness more, had there not been a stigma, and so that maybe everybody around him would have known that he was bipolar and not only found out after his death, that maybe we all could have worked harder to save him, to make sure that he didn't end up taking his life. And I just think if more people are okay with talking about it, I think if more people are aware of what it looks like when it manifests itself, especially in like these young boys that are 18, 19, experiencing the pressure of a freshman or sophomore year of college, when a lot of times they first experience a bipolar scenario, that just knowing that kind of stuff, being aware would give them the tools, make it a little bit easier for them to deal with it. They notice it either in themselves or in one of their friends,
So who do you think in our audience can relate to your character, David?
I mean, I think there are a lot of young men out there that can relate. Like, I mean, you think about all these young Black men that are going to college for the first time and aren't really talking about this. But I really think just like so many young Black people, we just don't talk about therapy. And so I feel like so many people can relate to that idea that like we go to church, our families tell us, if somebody's crazy or if you're having a really bad issue, to take it to church, but not necessarily take it to a therapist. And so the idea there that like, especially like you think about the pandemic and COVID and how difficult it is, loneliness is one of the greatest causes of depression in this country. Yes. It's like, don't just hold that in and don't just try to go to church. It's like, I think I heard TD Jakes talk about one time, like go to church and a therapist, like you can do both. And so that's what's important for me.
Yeah, because in our community, it's like, well, baby, just pray about it and you be all right. It's like, no, I need to pray about it and need to talk to somebody about it too, right?
Exactly. Right. I need to work on this. So that's my message.
I hear a whole lot of soul in your voice. You know what I mean? Because at first when you popped up, I was kind of like, he's giving me a little Spanish, but your last name is Broussard. Is that Creole?
Yeah, my family is from Louisiana, deep, generations deep, from Opelousas, Lake Charles, Baton Rouge, and of course, New Orleans,
Yeah. And you said that you attended Howard University. So, that's a shout out to all the HBCUs,
Of course, much love. My little sister went to Spelman, and I got love for the AUC, everybody down there, and everywhere. FAMU, Will Packer made a film of mine, so I got love for them too.
Yes, we love Will Packer. How about I worked with Will Packer as well, too. I did Motives. Back in the day with Will Packer before he became Will Packer. Mega Will Packer. Would shout out to Will. Need to call your girl V. Let's make another one. But back then in college, did you see this as your future?
No. I was a political science major. I thought that I was gonna, try to do the Barack Obama thing, and then I tried some politics.
You like politics?
I love politics.
I do too. I campaigned for Mr. Biden, so thank God we got a new administration in there. That's why things are starting to look bright again, right?
Right. Thank God for those two senators in Georgia too, and Stacey Abrams.
Yes.
But yeah, when I was at Howard, that's what I saw as my path. And then I actually ran for undergraduate trustee when I was at Howard and got stomped. And and I was hurt.
That's all right, because look where you at now. You on Fox Soul Screening Room. So
exactly. Exactly. I also think, for me, I learned in grad school filmmaking that one of the most powerful mediums, one of the most powerful ways to move people is actually through film and television. It's through representation. And so that's something that drew me too, is actually my love of politics is part of why I'm a filmmaker. It's about me making films that are universal stories, but also with people that look like me and you and my friends and family at the center of them.
So what fuels you to be creative on a daily basis?
My mother said I needed to choose something that I loved, or else I was not going to be successful, because I was the kind of kid that would not mow the lawn if I didn't want to. And I have just always had ideas. I've had ideas since I was 8, to write stories. The teacher would tell us to write a page. I would write 8 pages. And so I just look at the world a little bit differently, and everything has always kind of looked like a movie or a story I wanted to tell. And to be honest, too, that Louisiana background, my father was a big storyteller, and his father was a great storyteller. And I always loved how people responded to them and how funny they were when they told stories. And so I think I just picked up that tradition naturally.
Brandon, if I could grant you a wish and you could spend a day with anybody in the film and television industry, now who would you choose besides, of course, yours truly?
I will say I'm a huge fan of Jordan Peele and what he did with Get Out and what his company is
good.
doing.
Mm.
I just love the empire that he's building in television and film, and the way that he's lifting voices of other young Black filmmakers and stuff. And so, you think of like Lovecraft Country and Misha Green over at HBO. And so, yeah, if me and Jordan could hang and have a drink, like I'd be down for that.
I love that. Can I tell you that one time I saw him at the sushi restaurant in Hollywood, and I like almost fangirl out, but I had to like kind of be cool. So like when he looked over and he was like, he waved, I was like, I was cool with it. Yeah, I see you. Keep doing your thing, boo. Keep doing your thing. And Brandon, I want to tell you to keep doing your thing. I mean, here you went from highlighting Vivica Fox sides to now doing your own film that's here on Foxhole. We want to thank you so much for sharing your work with us, and we wish you the best and can't wait to see what nerve-wracking film you go come up with next.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been my pleasure.
You're welcome. Congratulations, Brandon, and really we wish you the best, darling.
Thank you.
Okay, Foxhole fam, this next short film focuses on family, guilt, redemption, and hope. And also follows a young priest pulled into an adventure 1,000 years in the making. Yeah, you heard right, soulmates. This is Star Thieves.
Ready?
I don't know.
You are. You're guided by something so much more vast than you can imagine.
What do you do if you're not sure you're right with God? What if you've done something? What happens if you're not sure you can be forgiven for something? Have you ever felt that?
Every day.
So what do? How do you get ready for something like this?
I wrestle with it every day. And maybe one day I'll find some peace.
Que deberíamos haber esperado tanto tiempo, mamá. No debía haber dejar que me convencieras a esperar.
Mijo, tú lo sabes que las costumbres antiguas son primero.
Sí, mami.
Justo tiempo. Mira, ya ves, han llegado los sacerdotes. Tú recíbelos y yo voy a coger a Cecilia.
Okay. Give me a moment, Father. I should be doing this.
You're not going in?
You have nothing to fear, Reuben. Father Isaiah is more than ready.
No, I don't like that. Father, I want you. Listen, we're all pretty shaken up here, okay, because of everything that's going on, but he's too young, Father.
Miss Miller. Hi, I'm Father Isaiah.
They sent this one?
Shall we wake them?
What do you remember?
Everything.
It took too long, Kai. We're almost out of time.
We're just glad you're safe.
Yeah, I would be a little happier if you got here faster. We had to send EC to find you.
Well, he's not wrong. And we all know how much you enjoy playtime with the primitives.
Kai, We gotta take their star. We're already too weak to leave without it. What happens when we can't even do that?
Siblings, we grow weary of this world and its worthless ants. Let me eat. Nourish us all from their sun.
Have they always been this way?
Yep. Try living with them for the last few millennia.
Again, they're not wrong. We're out of time.
You've been with the primitives a long time. Are they able to help us leave this planet, or do we take and eat?
What you mean is, do they deserve to have their lives extinguished by a band of star thieves hungry for a few more millennia?
You've gotten weak, haven't you? And don't say we should take from empty systems from the weakest stars.
I haven't forgotten nothing, Art.
That is squarely on you.
I know!
Shh. You three. So?
Look, these humans are absolutely maddening. I've seen them come so close to breaking through into something beautiful, and then just out of nowhere, they decide...
Great, it's decided then.
No, I'm not finished, Khan. You see, I wouldn't have been so heartbroken if there wasn't so much potential for greatness here. There's a strangely beautiful joy they have despite all the horror they create.
I don't particularly care about
Enough! Let Kaz speak.
I have a third option for you. We don't destroy. We stay. We stay and help them break out of the cycle they seem to be trapped inside.
A new adventure.
You're mad. You mean to kill us here?
God, if you begin to challenge me right now...
Let me speak to my little brother a moment.
I missed you so much, Father. Is Kai right? Is there another way? You were out there.
He's putting too much faith in the primitives.
Or maybe it's faith in us. Yeah, I'm tired of wandering.
We're nomads.
And maybe we can choose a different way.
At what cost?
In a few weeks, we can't leave. In a year, we're dead.
We help them and they will help us. I promise you, sister, we will see the stars again.
I want to do more than see them, brother. I want to feel my skin glow in oceans of fire again. I want to drink their flame and feel the power of infinity in my veins. Can you promise that?
You will have it. I promise.
I don't believe you.
There is something very wrong about what we've been doing. You know, I wasn't sure at first, but I am so close to finding out why. Look.
It's impossible, Kai.
And yet here it is. We don't need to take this star. This planet already has everything that we need. And the girl I got this from is proof that there's more to this.
What? What is it?
The girl. She's dying. I have to go back.
Kai!
Shania! I have to go back. There's a human, a young woman, and I think she could become like us. I have to save her. She might be the key to... I'll explain later. Zehemiah, can you get us out of here?
Not till we decide.
Not until we decide? Have you forgotten yourself, Khan? Because this is exactly what I'm talking about! Why are we willing to risk her life for our own selfish gain?
Her life of ours? Huh? What happened to you out there?
I woke up, Khan! I woke up! Every time we kill a star, we kill sentient beings. Do you understand? There's no more room for discussion. We're going back now. Zehemiah, can you get us out of here?
We ain't going anywhere.
Well, that was bound to happen sooner or later.
Khan, there's something deeper going on here. She could be our only chance for survival.
Are you kidding me? Kai.
Enough! Enough, Khan. Let's vote.
I say we devour.
Show them.
We find the rest of these, we live. Want to change your vote? Fine. I mean.
I know what you found, brother. Believe me, I know what it could mean, but I can't trust it. Not when our lives are at stake.
We stay.
We stay.
We take their star. Imagine if we found the dust on other worlds. Imagine what they could have become if we hadn't. I'm willing to take the chance. We stay.
We stay.
I don't want to die here.
I mean, we will do something amazing here. And I promise, I won't bury you in the dust.
I hope you know what you're doing.
It's over. She's fine.
Ay, gracias a Dios. No, subiré primero yo.
Where's Khan?
Give him some time.
You know this isn't going to be easy on any of us.
I know.
Another adventure.
Another adventure.
Todo está bien. Ah, querida. Tú descanses. Yo estoy aquí.
Please welcome the mastermind behind Star Thieves, Dennis Hill. Hey there, Dennis.
Hi, how are you?
Well, look at that smile that popped up. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome to Fox Soul Screening Room. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited, man. I'm on Fox Soul talking to Vivica Fox about Star Thieves. What else?
Okay, Fox on Fox. Okay, that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. So listen, brother, what a film. And we got a lot to unpack, okay?
Thank
but
you.
First, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you get this film jumping off in the first place?
Well, I'm an actor. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I got my start on The Wire. Had a great time on the last season of The Wire. And after a while, I moved out to Los Angeles and just started really pursuing the acting career. And in between jobs, some friends and I, some really talented friends of mine, just sat in my living room and just said we were going to create something new and not worry about money when we were creating it. And out came Star Thieves.
That's good. Because you're usually always worried about money when making a film. Trust and believe, budget is important.
Yeah. Yeah, that was always the hurdle with creating anything. And we knew we had to get over that and just say, hey, we're the talent. So we just created this idea, shot a 1-minute teaser, and folks were just like, hey, maybe you should put this up on Kickstarter. So we raised $35,000 on Kickstarter and then shot the 20-minute short.
Wait a minute. Y'all raised money for the film on Kickstarter?
Yeah.
So wait, how did that happen? So y'all just like put out the little 1-minute teaser and said, hey, if you want to invest in this, send us some dough?
Yeah. I mean, well, our entire team, our actors, our producers and creators, all of the folks behind the camera were just kind of passing out the Kickstarter link. And then some really interesting stuff happened. Like I was in an acting class and a friend of mine, Mitch, just came up to me and said, here's $3,000 for your project. We had someone come in at the last second and really put us over the hurdle as well. And there were moments when we thought that it wasn't going to work because we had hit $19,000, and on Kickstarter, if you don't hit your goal, you don't get to keep anything.
What?
And yeah. And at the last 2 days, someone came in and really helped us out. So I can't say enough.
That's how it happened. Wow.
Right? Yeah. I just can't say enough.
As you said, you started out as an actor,
Yeah.
On The Wire. How did that experience prepare you for what's happening to you now?
After you get on a critically acclaimed show like The Wire, you really start to have a bit more confidence. Unfortunately, the show ended after 5 seasons, and I came in.
5 seasons is good, bro.
No, I came in on the tail end.
Oh, dang.
I came in on the tail end in the last season, and I was just so thankful to be a part of that history. But I knew that I could do more, and I came out, got some representation, and started to work consistently. But I also wanted to do things in between, jobs, because sometimes they're few and far between. And that's how Star Thieves happened. We wanted to make sure that we made Star Thieves about inclusion and really focused on, everyone in the story. Yeah.
What's going to be next for you?
Well, the feature film for Star Thieves. I'm writing it now, working very hard with my team to get the script finished, and then we're going to shoot it.
Really? Now, you got the budget already, or you need to get
We're
finance?
working on the budget, but we're talking to some very important people right now, so things are looking good. And for now, I may take a little bit of time off because my wife's pregnant, and
oh my gosh, you're about to have your first baby!
How about our first biological child? We have an adopted daughter right now, so we'll have 2 girls, and so that'll be my focus. That's why I'm trying to get this script done and just like completely focus on that. But I'm always in love and willing to perform and act and just have fun with people who like doing what they do.
I just want to remind y'all that every Thursday, directly following the episode, you can join us for the official Screening Room Clubhouse after party, where we chat with filmmakers, Fox Soul producers, and have appearances by special guests. It's a great opportunity to connect with other creatives. So we hope to see you there. So what do you want our soulmates who are going to be looking at Star Thieves tonight? What do you want them to take away from your film?
I want them to enjoy it first. That's why we do what we do. We create things. Hopefully people will talk about it afterwards and maybe a conversation will start. But honestly, I just want you to enjoy it.
The special effects was like on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Now, from a production value standpoint, how were you able to get like the special effects and, you know, make it look like it was like out of Marvel or something?
Our guy, I gotta just say his name if it's okay. Nicholas Bateman is just a fantastic artist, and he came in at the last second and just really, you know, stepped things up for us. Because of my inexperience, I didn't know how much, you know, we had for VFX, but I wanted the world, and you know,
I do.
Yeah, I spoke to some other VFX artists, and they basically told me to go kill myself because they're not going to work for that. You know, that type of response. And Nicholas came in, and again, this is why I think Start Thieves is possible, because you have so many talented people who are just willing to create things and do what they do at a high level, and just want to get taken care of and with a fair wage. So we found him, and he helped us look great along with the rest of our team.
You never hurt to pick up the phone and ask for a favor, right?
That never hurts. These folks always take care of us. So, yeah.
And can we share that with our soulmates right now?
Sure.
That, you know, when you get into making films, reputation and relationships are everything, because sometimes you never know that person that may believe in your film, that you might not have the money at the time, that is like, hey, we can work something out, you know, and help you out. Because a lot of people, it's like, you just got to watch how you treat people. And like I said, you were able to call in some favors and get that Marvel thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, darling. So what do you believe your mission is as a storyteller?
Just to show human reflection, honestly. I feel like my mission, you know, everything that we create, everything that we do is because of our enculturation and our experience, right? The reason why I speak in the dialect that I speak in or do what I do is because of all of the influence around me. And I think as storytellers, we should share that influence so people can have an understanding of just different cultures. Yes. As I mentioned earlier, Start Thieves has 5 different ethnic leads in it. We have African-American, Latino, Korean, Filipino, and South Asian Indian American leads in the Sci-Fi.
I love that.
realm.
You have a diverse cast. That's so dope. Because that way everyone feels represented.
Absolutely.
Now, you know, it ain't too many of us that are into the sci-fi thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll argue, because we got some support. I'm telling you, we got some supporters, especially our fans on our Instagram page at Start Thieves. We got a few thousand followers who are very loyal, but I've found out that the world is huge. Millions and millions of our people have, I mean, just some of the biggest fans that you will ever meet.
Well, can I just say that there's not many of us that, because, you know, I do a lot of the Comic-Cons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as sci-fi filmmakers, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. So tell me, what's your favorite sci-fi movie?
Matrix. The Matrix.
Matrix!
Yes.
You know, I don't know if I thought about the Matrix being in the sci-fi world, but you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hands down my favorite. It had everything that I wanted in a movie, everything. And I if I could only touch the hem of the Matrix garment and create something with Start Thieves like that, and there are a lot of things. Obviously, Black Panther was amazing.
Yes.
You know, all of the big projects, but
Independence Day.
Okay. Let me tell you something. Independence Day, I saw that movie on Independence Day with my family, my sisters and mother in the movie theater. And that's the day that I knew what I wanted to do. Oh. And this is, I mean, I'm so excited because I always had a crush on you when I was younger. And I you know, don't tell my wife. No.
No, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I guarantee your wife will be like, I'll give you this. I'll let you have that. You know, y'all gonna make some money in some movies together, okay?
You're gonna give me trouble. You're gonna give me trouble, man.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna help you make some films so that you can take care of them 3 babies you about to have, brother.
No, yeah, you've been such a great inspiration to me and even to all of the actors that I know. It's such an honor to be here on Fox Soul with you, Vivica. I can't say enough.
Well, Dennis, I want to say to you on behalf of Fox Soul, thank you so much for joining us on Fox Soul Screening Room. We can't wait to see your feature film, Start Thieves, up on the big screen in the near future. And best wishes on the new baby.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, darling. Okay, darlings, that'll do it for this episode of Foxhole Screening Room. I hope you all enjoyed yourself as much as I did. I want to thank y'all for joining us. And don't forget to tune in same time next week for another great slate of movies and interviews with their creators. For full episodes, behind the scenes contents, and more info on Foxhole Screening Room, as well as our other shows, be sure to check us out on YouTube, Tubi, or foxhole.tv. And for all you filmmakers out there, don't forget to submit your short films to our website for a chance to have your work showcased on a future episode. If you made a movie, darling, I want to check it out. I'll see you next week.